Far below the surface, where pressure crushes and light disappears, life should not exist. Yet something does. Barely visible. Almost weightless. Galathea tukitukimea, a creature so small, it hides between grains of sand. Yet so perfectly adapted, it survives where giants would fail. In the deepest silence of the ocean, this tiny lobster tells a much bigger story. Descending into these hidden depths feels less like a journey, and more like crossing into another reality. With every meter, the ocean tightens its grip. Pressure builds. Silence thickens. A force so immense it would crush most surface life in seconds. And yet, here, something survives. Galathea tukitukimea drifts through the darkness, its body translucent, almost ghost-like, so fragile in appearance. It seems as if a single touch could erase it, but that fragility is an illusion. Each limb is perfectly engineered, tiny, deliberate, precise. Tools shaped not by chance, but by millions of years spent under relentless pressure. This is not weakness. It is refinement. How does a creature so small endure a world that would flatten a human-sized lobster? Scientists are still searching for the answer. Its exoskeleton is light, yet reinforced. Flexible, yet unyielding. A biological design that challenges what we thought was possible. And despite the crushing darkness, despite the weight of an entire ocean above it, Galathea tukitukimea moves with intention. It hunts. It explores. It survives. In the abyss, delicacy is not a flaw. It is a strategy. While the giant of the ocean roam open water, Galathea tukitukimea lives where most eyes never look, between broken coral, inside hairline cracks in stone, among grains of sand that, at this scale, feel like mountains. Its entire universe is measured in millimeters. And yet, every movement tells a story of survival. Its eyes are oversized for a body so small, wide, alert, tuned to catch the faintest hint of motion in near-total darkness. Its antennae never rest, flicking and sweeping to the water, reading currents, vibrations, chemical traces, signals invisible to larger animals. This is a creature built not for speed or strength, but for precision. Why evolution invested so much complexity into something so tiny remains a mystery. Because in an ocean as vast and indifferent, being small should mean being lost. And yet, Galathea tukitukimea navigates its hidden world flawlessly, a miniature life, perfectly calibrated to survive in one of the largest, most unforgiving environments on Earth. In the ocean's deepest shadows, evolution does not refine. It experiments. Galathea tukitukimea carries claws that look fragile, almost unfinished. But look closer. Each movement is surgical, each grasp exact. Along its limbs, microscopic bristles read the water like a language, detecting chemical traces, pressure shifts, vibrations so subtle they escape human instruments. This is a sensory system not built to see the world, but to feel it. Its body is nearly transparent, not for beauty, for survival. An invisibility cloak that dissolves its outline, erasing it from the attention of predators that hunt by shape and shadow. And this raises a question that continues to trouble scientists. How does a creature become so perfectly adapted in isolation? Easter Island lies among the most remote places on Earth. Life here evolves in silence, cut off, experimental. Traits emerge that exist nowhere else. Not because they're better, but because they are necessary. Galathea tukitukimea is one of those experiments, a living riddle, proof that evolution doesn't always move loudly or dramatically. Sometimes it whispers and changes everything. Every time scientists encounter Galathea tukitukimea, certainty dissolves. Each specimen answers one question and creates 10 more. In an environment as vast and empty, how does a creature so small ever find a mate? There are no landmarks. No signals we can easily detect. Only darkness, distance, and time. What role does it play in this hidden ecosystem? Among species so tiny, so elusive, that most remain unnamed. Is it predator? Cleaner? A silent engineer of its microscopic world? Researchers have identified close relatives, yet its evolutionary path breaks away, branching into directions that suggest a history written long before humans ever wondered what lived here. A lineage shaped in isolation, refined by patience, preserved by necessity. And still it endures, a fragile body, moving through crushing pressure. A living thread connecting the present to a biological story billions of years old. In its ghost-like form, we glimpse the true extremes of life, how organisms don't merely survive hostile worlds, they become them. When we slow down and truly look, even the smallest lives can change the way we see the world. Galathea tukitukimea reminds us that greatness in nature is not measured by size or strength. Sometimes, the most extraordinary adaptations are hidden in bodies so small they escape notice entirely. Every discovery in these depths feels less like an answer and more like an invitation. An invitation to ask how many other lives, just as alien, just as perfectly adapted, remain unseen in the planet's most remote corners. What does this tiny lobster tell us about resilience? About ingenuity shaped under pressure, isolation, and darkness? About life's ability to persist where conditions seem impossibly hostile? Here, beneath the waves, the ocean keeps its secrets quietly, and Galathea tukitukimea becomes more than a species. It becomes a reminder, a whisper from the deep, urging us to look closer, to stay curious, and to remember how small we are inside a world still waiting to be understood. When we rise from the abyss, the surface feels calm, familiar, safe. But something stays with us, a memory of a world without sunlight, a world where survival whispers instead of shouting, where even the smallest life carries stories older than humanity itself. Galathea tukitukimea is not just a discovery, it is a reminder that most of our planet still lives beyond our maps, our names, our understanding. The deep ocean is patient. It does not reveal its secrets easily. It waits. And somewhere in that endless darkness, countless other lives, fragile, alien, perfectly adapted, continue their silent existence, waiting not to be found, but simply to exist long before we ever notice.